It's showtime.
BS and Beer Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
Welcome in. It's another week, another edition of the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Dale. With me today, we got Tim in the building. What's up, man?
What's up, buddy? I'm in the building.
Yeah. I'm not in the building.
All right. I'm welcome to Dale's house. That's what he said.
And making his return for the new season, Kyle. What's going on, man?
Man, it's good to be back. What's up, guys?
What's up, Kyle? Welcome back, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, we had our welcome back last week.
Yeah.
But we did miss you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
that
And showing how much I missed you, Kyle.
I'm
roll.
sure.
All right, we're going with the pink vodka. Yes, that's what I'm drinking today.
I like it.
All right.
How you, Tim? What you got?
Look, man, we're rolling with the Modelo. Boom, baby.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
you don't
What?
say.
What? Greatness thanks a lot.
Modelo. Look at that.
This is the light beer, though. It's the Oro. Says it's got 90 calories, 3 grams of carbs, whatever.
Yeah.
Still tastes pretty good, so I'm with it.
Hey, what's up, Bobby? By the way, I saw you pop in.
Yes, sir. Bobby's in the house. Another fellow Saints fan, so I'm always love when he joins. You know, it's my guy. Yeah.
All right. You're making Kyle jealous talking about Bobby like that, Dale. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Look pretty good.
So, fellas,
Hey.
we got some football happening this week. Are y'all ready for some football?
Tomorrow night. Damn.
Yeah.
Yes.
We made it.
Tomorrow's the Hall of Fame game.
Yep.
It's awesome. Can't wait. Who else is ready out there?
Wait, what do you mean? Who else is ready?
Just everybody. Anybody. Generic question, rhetoric to other people.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yes, we're all
Yeah,
ready, Tim.
maybe-
We're all
maybe.
ready.
I was
Maybe
hoping
some
we had some viewers, to spit something out. That's what I was like hoping. So
Ready for some football.
yeah.
Oh, BS and Beer Media says you guys playing Modelo and didn't tell Dale? What
Yeah.
was that?
I don't think they have a pink Modelo. Last time I checked.
Yeah. That's great. That's right.
Yeah, so that's the thing about the Hall of Fame game. You don't really get anybody playing at all.
Nah.
You're gonna watch the first possession and you're gonna be like, okay, football's back. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do something else.
No. It's a whole new game. A whole new game. Y'all know why?
Nope.
Because there's a new kickoff rule.
That's right.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
So
That's right.
exciting.
Gonna
I'm
be interesting.
stoked.
Definitely gonna be interesting to watch how the rules unfold and everything like that. So we will talk more about the Hall of Fame game coming up here. So let's get into some news. Talk about the happenings going on around the NFL. Training camp has started. The pads have come on for everybody. There have been plenty of highlights on the internet to check out for your favorite team to get you excited. So I'm going to start off with the news and rumor really out of Green Bay. And this has to do with the wide receivers. It's looking like Green Bay will have a four-headed monster at wide receiver. So for fantasy purposes, I know it's early in camp, but look, this is what we're getting from the beat writers and everybody that's out there watching camp. So Tim, you're a Green Bay fan.
Yeah.
talk to me about how this works for fantasy. What would you do if you owned any of the Packers wide receivers when you start hearing four-headed monster get thrown around?
I'm always buying low, man, especially whenever you've got something like this going on. I do believe that Jordan Love's going to spread the ball a lot. So that's even bad news, even more bad news. But yeah, the hot heat was on Dobbs early in the fantasy world was on Dobbs was the man to get. So
Yeah, because he was healthy. He was the one that was healthy his rookie year. The other people were hurt.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
makes
right now though, I've got Jaden Reed as 32nd. And,
yeah, last year he came on. He looked really good, and so that's what really made it competitive. Also, Wicks came on late.
Yeah,
Wicks was
Wicks
looking good.
was real strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wicks on, Wicks off.
Yeah.
Hey, that's smooth. I like that, man.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm always here for the terrible jokes. Christian Watson, I got him at 38 though. So, at those two, I'm taking the most value of the two, Jaden Reed or Christian Watson.
Okay, so that's the two you're picking to be ahead of the wide receiver pecking order as far as targets and receptions and yards.
By a large margin. I currently got Dobbs ranked 65th now that I'm looking at things, and Wicks on, Wicks off at 73. So, what is our tight end looking at though? That's another question because sometimes you got to think about when you think about wide receiver core too. You got to think about them tight ends, man, because they'll sneak in and steal shit.
Luke Musgrave was the second round pick from last year, so he should be the guy at tight end there. I don't really see any other competition. Tucker Kraft, I mean, he's on PUP right now. Maybe once he comes back, but that's it.
Yeah. So Musgrave
grabbed my attention.
Musgrave, I got him at 22, so I don't think he's going to be putting up as much numbers. It'll probably be a game here or there during the season. But yeah, outside of those two wide receivers in the beginning there, it said Jaden Reed and Christian Watson. That's the two I'm looking at.
Okay. Kyle, how you feel about Green Bay's wide receivers?
I don't know. I had no idea that the new guy, what's his name? He came on strong last year. The second tight end for Green Bay. You said he's on the PUP.
Yeah,
Kraft.
Kraft macaroni and cheese, dude.
No, and I remember you vividly telling me last year that he's not the guy. It's going to be Musgrave. Kraft and Jordan Love kind of found that connection towards the end of the year. Yeah. And I was rolling with him. We were starting him on that one team we had in Yahoo, our Frenemies team. So I don't know what the PUP is all about, but I felt like Kraft was the stronger option. I know that's not where it's at right now, but I don't know. I had a lot of faith in him. He looked good. He looked like he had that thing going on with Jordan Love, and that's something that doesn't really show up, as far as statistics. That connection overall between him and Love.
Chemistry is important.
I really feel like I value that way too much, though. I kind of go off of that a little bit too much, but I like Kraft.
But that's what the early off season is about. Like listening to crap in training camp. Who's going to be the guy that breaks out? You're trying to predict all these things before the season starts, just so you're ahead of the curve and you can have these guys on your team. So you got to take some chances sometimes, right? And would you want to take a chance on a second year tight end, being the number one, receiving tight end for Green Bay, or would you want to look elsewhere? I mean, you got a good offense, good quarterback. I got to think he puts up some kind of production, but usually tight ends start breaking out in their third season, right, Tim?
Yeah, usually tight ends are in their third season, unless you're Kyle Pitts.
Well, that's never going to happen.
And then it's like your 23rd season.
Yeah.
And this is why the coach got fired right there.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, usually third season for wide receivers. But it's been breaking the bank. I used to have that rule, same exact rule for I just said third season for wide receivers. I meant for tight ends. I used to have that same third year rule for wide receivers because they traditionally didn't break out until about their third year. But the whole Justin Jefferson and like this whole like last 2-3 years, man, it's been kind of crazy on wide receiver rookies.
Yep. So, all right, let's go to our next news story here. DJ Moore gets a 4-year extension.
Wow.
And this is for the Bears there, Tim, your hated rival in the division.
All right, I'll accept that phrase.
And he got a 4-year extension worth $110 million, $82 million guaranteed.
Good for him.
Jesus
Good money for him, for sure.
Chicago's always stupid. They're buying dumb shit all the time.
Agreed.
So, I mean, DJ Moore is good. He's good. He's going to be the top wide receiver. But, it's still Chicago, bro. I haven't seen nothing yet.
I mean, how much did you have to spend to get Keenan Allen over there? So you're already putting all this money into the wide receiver pool, and now you break the bank on DJ Moore without Caleb Williams throwing a single ball to either one. It's like,
that's your number one guy. You want to keep him happy, right?
Oh, well,
is he the number one? We know that for sure.
Keenan's not number one.
Keenan's not. I would.
Is he?
That's honestly, that's a coin flip to me between Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. I know Keenan's going to be injured for like either, half the season or maybe, 1 out of every 3 or 4 games. He's going to miss time. We know that, but.
So we did see Roma Doomsday get carted off the field yesterday. I think it's a shoulder injury. I have to double check on that. But DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Roman Doomsday, you got Cole Kmet over at tight end, and Swift coming out the backfield, Khalil Herbert backing him up.
So I wanted to throw out there that Keenan Allen was a 4-year, $80 million deal.
Okay.
So the money goes to the spot goes to the money, right? They pay the money where the spot is. So DJ Moore is going to probably be the number one because he got the money.
Well, you can do that when you got a rookie quarterback, right? You got more money in the cap because you know how to pay that quarterback, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
you got two $80 million receivers.
Yeah. Right. Well, Caleb Williams is going to own half the team by the time he gets done. Remember, because all those rookie contracts his dad was trying to finagle.
What do you think though, Tim? Are you afraid of this offense? You think they're gonna produce something or what?
Oh, wait, afraid like in a fantasy? Are you asking me as a Packers fan right now? Or are you asking
me Packers fan,
football man? All right, because
as a Packers fan,
as a team that's gonna play them twice a year.
Those are two different questions, man. As a Packers fan, like I'm not afraid of that. I ain't afraid of that right now. Did you see our defense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. What was our what was that? What was our DB? Oh man, you made me forget names now. Packers.
You need the starting lineup again, Tim, for your team.
I'm pulling that up, man. Look, look. You got me stuttering. I'm over here frustrated and stuff.
Your cornerbacks are
J.R. Alexander,
Eric Stokes.
We got
and
J.R. Alexander. That's all we got. That's all we need.
Yeah. Okay,
all right.
Good.
All right. He is Chad Johnson of DBs. He is.
You're putting him on DJ Moore, who's going to run with Keenan Allen in that situation.
Nobody, because he's going to be sidelined.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, but, out of the few games that he does play, pray to God it's not against you guys.
This ain't Five Nights at Freddy's, man. You trying to scare me. All right.
It's a good movie. Good movie. I like it.
All right, dude.
That's a D. Well, listen, we had some holdouts and in camp and everything like that. But the longer camp goes on,
Mhm.
the more these holdouts are going to end. So this one was in Dallas, and it is CD Lamb, the wide receiver for the Cowboys. But
Uh-oh.
we are told this holdout has officially ended. He has shown up, and this is some clips of him actually practicing. So
Okay.
that leads me to believe, okay, if he's practicing, money must be on the way, right?
We're getting there.
So, I'm digging and I'm digging and I'm digging, trying to figure out where's the money. And I
Check-
didn't find it. But the rumor is they are close
Oh,
to a 4-year extension, worth between 136 and 138 million dollars.
ooh,
Now, this is a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. But this is what I read here on the internet. So don't shoot the
Wow.
messenger.
wow. That's what's that? 34 a year ish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, that's,
136 by 4.
34.
look, you get your bag, man, because Jerry Jones don't need that money.
No, he does not.
Look, man, that guy. He, Arkansas. He went to. He's actually a big boosters for the Razorbacks, so I shouldn't really give him too much crap. But he is a terrible.
He's the owner of the Razorbacks, right?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I did not know
Kind-
that.
Kind of, sort of,
Yeah, man.
And
He
Jimmy
played
Johnson,
for the Razorbacks.
him and Jimmy Johnson were on our national championship team. Okay,
It's the
All
only
right.
time they won a national championship, Kyle.
Wow, that was a
only
long time ago.
we won a national championship once.
It was
All
Jerry
right.
Jones.
Jerry
playing
Jones
football, Kyle.
and Jimmy Johnson were playing together. All right,
They were
See how old Jerry
playing.
Jones?
Jerry Jones, 1964. Okay, did I watch a single one of those games? No. Who cares? All right. Oh, don't give a shit. I don't care. How 64. So that's so yeah, it's a long time ago.
60 years ago. Yep.
Exactly 60 years ago. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's all we got.
Anthony, are you talking about the CD Lamb extension? Or are you talking about the other one that we were talking about? What was the last one? DJ Moore. DJ Moore had just
I think it was
guaranteed.
8.
He said, I didn't see anything up front.
Oh.
So let's see. DJ Moore was
What was the
4 years,
question?
110, 82 million guaranteed. So that's the deal for DJ Moore. So the guaranteed money is what's real in the NFL. So DJ Moore will pocket that money for sure. The rest of it is monopoly money. You may get it, you may not get it. So that's how it works in the NFL.
Yeah.
So if I'm a Cowboys fan, though, I'm happy about this rumor. I'm happy to see CeeDee Lamb back out there, and CeeDee Lamb owners should be happy to see him out there because he's going to get that chemistry with Dak, and things are going to be fine. So I like that for him. So now let's talk about the Chargers wide receiving core.
Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting.
Okay, 95 to 100. That's
Anthony
what
Price.
he's predicting for a CeeDee Lamb, 95 to 100 million guaranteed. So if DJ Moore got 82 guaranteed, why not? Why not give CeeDee Lamb a little more? Makes sense to me. All right, so back to the Chargers wide receiver situation. When we look at the depth chart for the Chargers and looking at the receiving core, who do you guys pick out as the starters for the Chargers?
Dude. It's kind of ugly.
Oh, it's super ugly.
Let's look at so we got DJ Chark
Mm-hmm.
penciled in right now. The rumor is that it looks like he is going to be one of the two starters. along with Josh Palmer,
Yeah.
who's the other one on the outside. And in the slot, we're hearing a lot about Lad Mcconkey, who's tearing it up in so far in camp. So
Mcconkey.
Will Disley is at tight end, Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins at your running back position. You also have Hayden Hurst there, so I didn't realize he was there. So, and Donald Parham. So at tight end, you got some options. So Kyle, what are you thinking about with this wide receiving core?
I mean, you've seen Quentin Johnson. Everybody's shown it like that one clip where Herbert gives him a good ball. It's in the end zone, hits him in the hands. He can't come down with it. But I've literally just seen that one. And like everyone is just going like off. Oh, Quentin Johnson, same old. He can't catch the ball. Honestly, that's one play. Like he's still so young. Like what he did at TCU was phenomenal. I really did. This one right here, it's like, dude, you know what? I know he's had his problems in the past. I know he's doing this, doing that. He's still young and he can still turn this around and he can be a dominant player. Especially, they're fixing the O-line. You still have Herbert signed for what? It's like 5-6 years. I mean, there's a serious chance he could be a dominant player. And, as of right now, he's not even a starter. Like Josh Palmer, great season last year when he was playing, when he was on the field. All right, cool. DJ Chark, tons of talent. Love that too. Lad Mcconkey, everybody's hyped up about him. But Quentin Johnson still is that dude to me, to where he can actually make this happen. He can be a dominant player. And I really I want to be that guy that's, stands up and says, I'm on the Quentin Johnson bandwagon. I'm taking him. I don't care. That's me. I'm a roll with him. I'm a ride or die. I don't see why other people don't see the same shit I'm seeing. Like I get the drop balls. I get that. But come on, man. It's second year in the league. Like let's cut him some slack here.
Yeah, second year for sure. But wide receivers, they're supposed to come out like mashed potatoes. Just add water. They're done. They're ready to go.
I mean, not everybody's Chris Olave. Olave will catch anything thrown to him. I swear to God. As Saints fans,
look at what Anthony's saying. He done over 12 mock drafts and he hadn't picked anybody on the Chargers yet.
He needs to do 13.
I mean, Anthony has, aren't we talking about you have to have a good quarterback?
Right. Exactly.
Jesus
Herbert's
Christ,
good. Yeah, I like some of these Chargers options. This is one of those scenarios where you always want to vest in something that's low and that everybody else is dodging. This is where you kind of get your gold from. So if you're going in a full draft, you're not picking a little bit of something. There's somebody on this roster that you got to grab. I know most people play redraft though. So, but yeah.
Yeah, look, man, I just keep seeing these clips on the internets and Mcconkey is making plays. That's all I know. And this is what he did at Georgia. He just made plays. You go back and ask Nick Saban about who was the problem for him. He's going to tell you Lad Mcconkey. What was the problem? So,
I mean, he's
the problem.
You keep saying Lad Mcconkey.
I think it's Lad Mcconkey, actually. From Georgia. No, I mean, there's another wide receiver in LA who's built the same way and who's just absolutely balling out, has a great connection with his quarterback. I mean, you could have Cooper Kupp on one side, Lad Mcconkey on the other side. These two little white boys running Wes Welker type shit, The good old days, the Wes Welkers of the league.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. There you go, Tim. Y'all coming back on the map now, Tim.
Oh, hey, that little white guy's coming back.
Julian Edelman is here.
Yeah.
All right, Tim. Come back.
My buddy, he bought NCAA 25, and he was my work buddy, and he was like, "What do you want to be?" I was like, "I don't really have a choice. I can be a lineman or a tight end, so make me a tight end, I guess."
There you go.
Only two choices I really got on offense. You know,
Yeah, Johnson is not starting.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at the same shit you are.
he's not in the
He's
lineup.
behind all three of
Everything
them.
I see, they're saying he is not competing for the starting job at all. So Vlad came in there and just took his position. Palmer came in there, took his position. Like he's
DJ
not
Chark,
that guy.
all three of them. All
I'm-
three of them.
I haven't looked at any of my list yet. You know, I got my list all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just picking out just by Palmer and McConkey, and then Quentin's like something I'm going to keep on the roster, just not on my roster, but like keep on my my radar during the season because he might take over from DJ Shark. We haven't seen much in Shark in years, have we?
I mean,
No, he was hurt pretty much
Yeah,
last season, and then he was
when he played,
lineup.
yeah, there were spurts, but
Yeah,
nothing consistent. No,
You can't do anything consistent in Carolina last season. That's just the way it was.
That's true.
So
That's
they
true.
may have gotten a steal in signing Chark for cheap, and
Consistently
he's gonna be a
lose.
starter for him. So
Let's see here. I got Shark rated a Dynasty. I got him 96th overall. So
Yeah.
he's kind of terrible. Terrible on the Dynasty roster. Earlier I was spitting out some numbers, but that was redraft when I was spitting out the Green Bay numbers.
Mhm.
So I'm just interested in crunching some people here. Palmer, I got him at 76, and Ladd at Mcconkey, I got him at 32 Dynasty. I mean, that's pretty good. So
Yeah. and you know it's fluid. It could change because news and what's come out and
I wanna see-
preseason games are going to change some things too. So
yeah.
yeah, the running backs on the Chargers. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. For everybody listening, Anthony was asking about the run. Anthony Price, one of the listeners, was asking about the running backs on the Chargers. And you got the Gus Bus Edwards, DK Stabbins, JK Stabbins.
I really like J.K. Dobbins early on, but yeah, it's been like 2 knee injuries he's had so far. So
Yeah.
I think that's a wrap for him.
Early on, he's one of those dudes that text you a lot early on, and then the first date he doesn't text you back.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when a team does not re-sign their guy after their rookie deal, especially as a running back, they're done.
Oh, all right. That's a great observation, man. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write that down. I want to know. That's a good observation, man. I'm gonna put that in my notes. Timmy's notes.
All right, let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're gonna be talking about the Hall of Fame game and more. Stick with us.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
We are back, Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast. We are talking the Hall of Fame game, and this is going to be our first time to get a look at the kickoff rules. And a lot of this was adopted from the XFL, so let's look at this XFL kickoff and kind of get an idea of what it will look like here. So these guys line up pretty much head to head, just like 5 yards away from each other. This is like, what is it? The 30-yard line for the offense and the 35-yard line for the defense. They're 5 yards away. They kick the ball off. Once the guy gets the ball, that's when everybody can start moving, and then you can tackle the guy, right? So from what I hear with the NFL, a lot of different configurations for personnel have been discussed. Maybe 2 returners back there, maybe even having a safety kickoff. From what I heard with the Chiefs, they're talking about having their safety kickoff instead of having a kicker kick. So that way you got more guys out there that can run and tackle. I'm intrigued to see what happens. Kyle, what are your thoughts here about the kickoff?
I mean, what team was it that was it Houston that had Justin Reed? He was doing kickoffs.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah. That's Kansas City.
Oh, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah. So, I mean, there's other aspects to it. I didn't realize they have, there's certain yards where you have to have it within this, and it has to be within. I don't have the figures in front of me. It's like you have to have it at a certain point. You can't just boot it out the back of the end zone. That's going to bring it all the way back to I think like the 35-40. So that's essentially just kicking it out of bounds, like previously. So you have to have some kind of skill involved to place it like within, like it's like the 20 and in. So you have to put it, where it needs to be. So you can't have just anybody out there kicking it. I feel like if you had, a super athlete like Justin Reed on your team to boot it where it needs to go, everyone's going to kind of pick up on that and do that, and then you just have your field goal kicker, and that's it. That's all they do. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. I feel like we missed out of a lot of returns last year. There's just too many playmakers on every roster to not have kick returns. I mean, it's an exciting part of the game. I mean, just that one clip that we seen looked like a hook and ladder type deal. So I there's a lot of different things that could happen with this. And, once we get some, once they have some practice, once they kind of iron things out, there's going to be some wild stuff going on. So I'm kind of excited. I feel like it's a good idea.
Devin Hester made his whole career off of this.
Honestly.
I mean, it was fun to watch him, dude. Like, oh, here he is. He's like,
so it's definitely going to bring back some excitement to the kickoff. For sure, you're not going to the bathroom on this kickoff anymore right now.
Dang, Dell's invested in the Gatorade bottles. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, there you go. You got to have a Gatorade bottle on standby. All right.
I ain't going to the bathroom, son. I don't care.
Don't miss something. That's right. Don't miss nothing. That's it.
Yeah, after the ball is kicked, the kicker can't cross the 50-yard line until I guess the guys past the 10 other players. Like there's just kind of odd sounding rules to the kickoff that's going to kind of make it a little wonky. They're not just moving the players and moving the, it's just not a simple thing. There's a lot of extra rules you got to look into. But yeah, I mean, it should be pretty cool.
Well, I'm starting to think some teams will have premier offensive players back there to receive. We've heard some rumors, maybe or Taysom Hill for the Saints, right? Back there, along with Shaheed. That's possible. You just want some athletes out there on the field. So I'm going to be interested to see what different teams do, the different strategies that are employed. So it's gonna be nice to see. All right, so let's talk Hall of Fame game, Kyle. Let's preview the Hall of Fame game. So we have, what is it? Houston versus
Houston and Chicago.
Chicago. Okay.
Yep.
There we go. All right.
What game are we Hall of Faming, by the way? What? It's a mimic of a game from the Hall of Fame, right? So what game are we Hall of Faming?
I think it's just you have to have players being inducted. I'd have to pull it out. I don't know who's getting inducted.
No, I thought it was like a game. I thought the Hall of Fame game was like a game from the past, and they got the two teams from the past. It's a real famous game from the past. And they're like, all right, we're gonna play them together.
I don't know. I could have sworn you had to have players being inducted, and that's kind of why the teams were selected accordingly. But
I don't watch a lot of preseason games, so
you don't watch preseason, Tim?
Look, man, I got shit to do.
I'm up here watching practice, Tim.
Practice. Oh, it's on
Yeah.
the Madden trade. Look at there. Look at your
Go,
boy,
Anthony.
Anthony said, and he says we saw on the Madden trailer Justin Fields returning kickoffs.
I'm telling
right.
you, man, that's
All right.
possible.
Hey,
So if Justin Fields out there returning kickoffs, like he's got some fantasy work.
yeah, you pick him up. I want to see you put your spot where the mouth is, man.
Especially if you're talking about like 2 quarterback leagues, you own Justin Fields.
No, he's not going to throw the ball. You want a quarterback that starts in a 2 quarterback league. That's the whole point.
In those leagues, you are desperate for quarterbacks. You take a guy who you think might get into the game because somebody gets injured for 2 quarterback leagues, bro. You are desperate.
No, look, I'm going to pick 2 quarterbacks. I'm going to have them fast. If that's the case, all right. I ain't going without a good spots in the quarterback position. Did you find that? Kyle? There's the Hall of Fame game.
I mean,
I
have the list. I wanted to double check because I saw some. There's Bears and there's Texans being inducted, so
okay,
it could be what I was thinking. They got Dwight Freeney, Julius Peppers, Patrick Willis, a couple guys I don't know, Randy Gradishar, Steve McMichael, and then you have Devin Hester from the Bears, and you got Andre Johnson from the Texans. So
yeah,
it could be, it could be the reason behind it, but I'm not 100% sure.
It sounds like you're right, though. I'll give you that one. I'm down with that.
Andre Johnson was like the very first great Texan, right?
Andre Johnson? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that him and Cortland Finnegan fucking ripping each other's heads off.
Yes.
Going at it like that.
Yeah.
That helped him get in the Hall for sure.
And Devin Hester, man, he's the only Bear I really like. Where was he at before the Bears? I think he was somewhere else before, right? He bounced around.
I don't know.
Devin Hester. He was just fun to watch.
After. Let me see. Because I mean, I'll always remember him for, returning that kickoff against the Colts in the Super Bowl. I mean, they ended up losing the game, sure, but let's see.
Yeah, Bears from 2006 to 2013, and the Falcons, that's your Dirty Birds, 14 to 15, and the Ravens in 16, and Seahawks in 16. So, yeah.
So, oh shoot! All right, so this is the play.
Oh,
Oh,
the
Andre.
Yes,
Andre Johnson fight. I remember watching this. Oh,
yeah. Notice it's 17-0 Houston though.
Cortland Finnegan was that guy, man. They're just annoying as hell, bro. All day. So yeah, I could see him getting into it. But Andre Johnson was not like a real loud guy at all. He wasn't a diva receiver. So him fighting was a big deal for me because I never saw him getting into it with somebody, man.
I always love watching these NFL dudes, these tough dudes, and they're hitting each other with the helmet on. Or like right now, he's just hitting that dude in the back. He's hitting him in the back of the head. Like you're not doing nothing hitting somebody in the back of the head, man. Wait till he gets up or show his face a little bit. But get that nose.
Football fights are exciting, but they're terrible.
Yeah.
It's exciting for sure. Yeah.
It's like the NHL. Ain't nothing fun till the helmets come off, man. Yeah.
You gotta throw the gloves down and shit.
Yes, indeed, man. So, all right, Hall of Fame game. What are we hoping to see here, as far as rookies? I guess because that's all you're gonna see play, right? So, what are we looking forward to seeing in this game here, Kyle?
I guess really the only big one you might see, 42nd overall pick from the Texans, Texans have a bunch of cornerback depth. They added
Mhm.
so they added Jeff Okudah, CJ Henderson, and Mike Ford. So 3 veterans all competing for spots. But then they drafted, 42nd overall. It's Kamari Lassiter from Georgia. I mean, I feel like that's kind of like the biggest battle you have. Like the other side of the ball on offense, all the wide receivers, we know that the top 3 is going to be, they're all, those 3 are just stacked at corner. Who's going to be running the ball. The only real battles is going to be on the defensive side of the ball. Cornerback was kind of an issue last year for him, so that's really something to watch. He's probably going to get his first real life snaps. So that's something to watch for on their side. Not a whole lot going on the Bears side. They do have a battle at center. If you're looking for that, they probably will both play. If there's a battle, if there's, a debate between them, they're probably both going to get some action. Ryan Bates and Coleman Shelton. If you're a Bears guy, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, a couple position battles that you might be looking for these guys to get some snaps. Obviously, there's a few more games that they're going to be playing in, but just that first initial get out there, lights are on, the world's watching, kind of see what they do. I feel like the main thing for this game though is Shane Waldron, Bears' new OC.
Okay.
I mean,
want to see what the offense look like.
You're not going to see all these starters, but you're going to kind of have an idea of how this guy's calling a game. So I feel like that might be the one thing in terms of what you're watching for is Chicago's offense.
Our listener Anthony Price was asking, you think Collins is going to start over Diggs? That's interesting.
All 3 of them are going to be on the field at all times. I don't know what kind of sets you're running in a CJ Stroud spread offense. Like that's the way he's rolling out, slinging it. I don't see a whole lot of 2 wide receiver sets, jumbo packages other than, short yardage.
What do you think about Mixon, man, keeping on his career like he is? You think he's going to keep on rolling here?
I mean, in this offense, I feel like you could plug in a whole lot of players and that they would have success.
Yeah.
I didn't think Lamar Miller was, like down and out, but like, did anyone expect that last season? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no one really expected it a whole lot, but
I never really was too high on Joe Mixon. He had plenty of opportunity in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But I just don't think he will last. He's going to pick up some nagging injury, and he's going to be splitting carries with somebody. And it's just a matter of who's going to be splitting the carries with him. But I'm high on the passing game of Houston with Diggs coming there. They got nothing but talent. Nico Collins, Tank Dell, John Mechie out there, Robert Woods, Noah Brown.
Like so stacked. It's unbelievable.
Bunches of riches.
That is the wide receiver room of the fucking century right there.
It's crazy.
So I'm gonna tell you, man, if Diggs start his bull crap, he's gonna see the bench. And
no, he's not.
Yes, absolutely. Lie. He's gonna see the bench because they got too many other options. There's too many other options.
No, you lie. I don't think Nico Collins and Tank Dell on the same level as Diggs, man. They're a tier below him. I think they're a full tier below him.
Okay.
So, but what do you think about Mixon? You think he's 3 downs, or do you think what do you think he is?
No, he's not. He's not 3 downs when you have Dameon Pierce right behind him.
Yeah,
I feel like if he's out there first and second down, you have that 3rd and 1. I don't want to go to Mixon for that 3rd play. I want to bring in Pierce and have him bully his way for that 1 yard. I mean, that's not. If we're talking fantasy, though, that's not what we're looking for. We're not looking for, 3rd and 1 carries coming in the game. Mixon's
Yeah.
still going to be that guy. He's still going to produce. But, I mean, with Dameon Pierce being the type of back he is, I don't think he's really – I don't think Mixon, especially with his injuries that he's had, I don't think he's really that type of back anymore.
He's coming off a hard year.
Yeah.
He was the guy, and then he lost the job, pretty much started splitting duties with Singletary.
Mm-hmm.
And it lost most of the work to Singletary last year.
Over the season.
So maybe Pierce isn't fit for the system. That's possible. And then maybe the second year in the system, and maybe he picks it up. Who knows? I'm just not 100% confident in Mixon. If I'm a Mixon owner, you're looking at him to produce, but I don't think you're going to get that kind of production from him. I would be looking elsewhere at running back.
I got you. Well, let's flip it over to the same question on running backs with Swift and Herbert, man. Is it going to be all Swift? I mean, Swift's a small dude.
Yeah, that's just I can see an actual time split, maybe going with the hot hand kind of a deal. Because they are both smaller backs, and so you're going to want to ride the hot hand for the most part. But when you're both smaller backs, you want to preserve them because they're gonna get hurt.
Well, it looks like Roshan's the big guy out of this back, right? He's the third one.
Yep.
He's a big dude.
Now, the thing is with Roshan is, I mean, is he actually ever going to get like the main back kind of looks? Because we've been hearing about him 2 years now, right?
Right.
And
yeah,
he's always been coming. Well, come on. Let's see something. Come on.
Is that what you doing, Tex? Come on over. Is that what? Bring it on, girl. Where you at?
That's right. That's right. Don't play no games here because that's what he's been doing. He's been teasing you, So I would like to see him get more of the work, and I don't know if that work is going to be there. I haven't heard any glowing, I guess, messages or whatever about him in camp. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what he does.
Naughty. You teasing me, you naughty.
Where is that from? That's hilarious.
Roshan the teaser, that's where it's from.
The teaser. Some Indian dude. That guy definitely owns a gas station somewhere, whoever he is.
Yeah, I do remember Swift being every down back in Philly, but I also see that Philly moved on from him.
Well, I mean, they had a whole stable of backs.
They upgraded
him and Gainwell, and throwing Boston Scott in there, and they had other backs in there for sure.
They upgraded.
They got Barkley now.
And honestly, Swift proved me wrong last year because he looked pretty good last year.
He looked real good in a few games.
So maybe he can work this thing out to where he keeps the starting position, and maybe Roshan can work in with them as a bigger back. We'll see what happens with this offense, but I think I'm still holding on Roshan, just because I don't want to miss out on it.
Dale does that.
That's one of my problems, though, right?
Yeah,
that's one of my problems. I hold on to a guy too long because I'm waiting on something to happen, or I give up on the guy too quickly. It's always one of the two.
Dale just lives in regret. He's just swimming into the regrets.
Listen, that crap hurts, Tim. That crap hurts.
Yeah.
When you drop a dude and then he goes off on somebody else's team, oh man, that's the worst.
Yeah. I believe it. I'm right there with you.
That is the worst. So, okay. Well, that's the Hall of Fame game preview. We're gonna see this thing happen tomorrow, and be glad football is back. And then after this weekend, there will be football every single weekend for the rest of the year.
Oh,
So,
Dale.
we have made
Oh.
it, folks.
Say
We
that.
have
Say
made
that again. Say that again, really, really slowly, though, Dale. Say it one more time for us.
After this weekend, there will be football every weekend for the rest of the year.
Yeah, baby.
That's it. We are back. Football is back. So, okay, let's wrap this thing up, y'all. Got any shout outs or anything like that to give there, Kyle?
Yeah.
I guess one thing I'm kind of the one person I just keep seeing that I'm like I kind of have a bromance for him right now. Everything I'm seeing, Keon Coleman in Buffalo, like there's no one else really that's gonna pick up the slack for Stephon Diggs, and like I'm just like slowly but surely like kind of like ready for this dude to become like a primetime player and just be like that dude.
Yeah.
If I was going to give a shout out to one person, I think that's my pick. I mean, obviously, as a Saints fan, I'm going to throw a quick shout out to Chase Young, who looks badass. He's working with Cam Jordan. But this is a fantasy show. We talk about fantasy. I'm looking at my wide receivers. I'm looking at Buffalo's depth chart. They got Shakir as their wide receiver one. They did get Curtis Samuel from Washington. They got Marcus Valdes-Scantling, so that's something. Mac Hollins, he's there. He's barefoot. I don't know if y'all seen that whole thing going on. He doesn't wear shoes. He's got all these like weird type things. He's super hippie.
Like
and they have Chase Claypool.
Regular life or like to go practice.
Mac Hollins does not wear shoes like
at all.
His regular life, like he does not. He says like people get attached to them, and like it becomes part of their body. And I'm just like, you see some people like they get a little bit of fame and like they kind of go in one direction and they just like go off on some
lizard
shit.
Lizard man. Who was that said he was a lizard man?
Yeah.
Who was
See,
that?
I don't even remember.
It was like 3 years ago. Who was that wide receiver? He's like, I'm the lizard god or something. That's what he said.
That's kind of what we're seeing from Mac Hollins right now in Buffalo. Y'all should look that up. Super duper weird. They got Chase Claypool is on the roster. I don't know if that means anything. But right now, wide receiver 2, Keon Coleman. I saw him last couple of years bombing on LSU, breaking all our hearts out here in Baton Rouge. But no, man, like that's the one thing. If I had any last words, I say, hey, everybody, keep your eyes on this dude in Buffalo. This could be something real. So,
okay.
So look, it was Sammy Watkins was he made a post in 2018 about being the Lizard King. All right, he was the Lizard King. Sammy Watkins, that's Dale's boy. All right, remember Dale's like I hold on to him too damn long and all that kind of thing. Like
that's number one right there, Sammy Watkins. Okay, because you would draft Sammy Watkins. Okay, and you got him on a team, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna hold on to him and see what he does. In the first couple of weeks, he's gonna go off on your bench.
And I think I've even tried.
He's gonna do nothing.
I think I've tried to talk to you into like trading him after he went off. I said, Dale, this is the time to trade him. I think I've given you this advice. You didn't listen. This is why you lose.
I don't know. Like you come through with these. Oh, you need to trade this person, and like, that's bull. Because listen, when I try to trade people, okay. I get returns like, oh, okay, let me get your best running back because that's what I want. I don't want this wide receiver that you're trying to sell.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's not what I'm trying to sell. Oh, well, that's all I want, the running back. So it don't make sense. It don't make any difference.
But you're trading Sammy Watkins because he ain't going to be nothing. He done burnt you like all the time.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No one's interested They want the best running back. That's what they want.
All right. Speaking of running backs and shout outs, all right, in the Saints podcast, all right, I'm going to give a shout out to Kendre Miller.
Wow.
Getting hurt. Yes. Go ahead.
All right. All right. This is the guy. I need him. That's why he's getting a shout out. All right. I drafted him to piss off Dale, and I did that successfully. But outside of that, there ain't nothing that I've gotten out of him.
It's not pissing off Dale. It's not.
And I held on to him just to piss off Dale. And so it's not working. But
I'm sorry.
I need you, Kendre Miller. I need you, man.
It is definitely not pissing me off, Tim. And I told you this was Kendre Miller right here. That's him. All the time.
Peter Griffin holding his knee.
Every time you see Kendre Miller. Oh, my knee. Oh.
Oh, man.
Right.
Well, hey,
that's
look,
Kendre Miller right there.
I listened to Craig, right? I listened to his advice.
Okay.
On that. Remember that?
That's where you went wrong right there.
Don't get life advice from Craig, Tim.
That's it.
All right.
That's it. All right, y'all. We're wrapping this thing up. Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast. We'll be back next week. We're going to be talking more foolishness and fantasy football. So come and check us out, man.
We got to get our girl Patty back on here, too. Where's Patty been at?
Yeah, where's Patty? Where you at, Patty?
Yeah.
Where you at, Patty?
Yeah. Hey. I'm joining all the listeners.
Shout out to everybody who did join and commented and everything like that. So we do appreciate everybody. And wrapping this show up, as always, one last message for you guys.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
That's right. And we out.
Remember to follow us on social media at BS and Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.